Cool, let's go. Bosch Power Tools, Perth Super Sprint. Well done, Chaz Mostert, Walkinshaw and Andretti United getting the job done today. Will Brown, you'll keep the orange numbers, and Cam Waters, you've got yourself the first podium of the year, which is really cool.
Yay.
We'll dive to the man in the middle. Just
Go Cam.
thoughts and feelings off the back of a great result for the team in qualifying and backing that up in a huge way today.
Was that to me?
Please.
Okay. It's been a fantastic weekend so far. I think it's a real good reward today, not only for all the Ford fans out there, which we haven't quite been able to convert this year. So hopefully they don't celebrate too hard tomorrow and they can come back out again and cheer us on. But also for Walkinshaw and Andretti United, first one representing Ford is pretty special, and no doubt last year was pretty hard for us and our team, and where we come into Gen 3 we didn't feel that competitive, but since Christmas break they've really give us a different car, so it's just a real reward to the whole team. All the boys and girls have worked just as hard in Christmas break than what we did when the first year bringing Gen 3 in, so yeah, it's just nice to get a win finally. It's been a while since me, Adelaide, a year and a half ago, or longer than that, since my last one. So you start to think to all these young whippersnappers coming in that maybe I'm a little bit past it, but I feel 21 today, and I'm going to feel 21 tomorrow. So we'll see how we go tomorrow. But overall, just super pumped, and all our sponsors at Optus, Mobil 1, all those guys is, it's just a big reward for the whole team. We're a big family-orientated team, and it's awesome.
Also a very big day for Sam Scafidi as well, isn't it? Your race engineer. New combination working well for both of you, and for him, this is a first-time feeling.
Yeah, he said that, which I was surprised. I didn't even think that far ahead. So he has done a fantastic job. He's brought in a bit different structure than what I've been used to with Adam, and it's like I said, kind of start of the year. The biggest thing I see differently is he's pushing me to a whole new level too. Looking back a bit more into my driving, Adam and me were together so long, we probably believed in each other a little bit too much, especially probably Adam towards me about my driving and stuff like that. But Sam sees something in the data that I can be doing better. He's not scared to tell me. So that's pretty nice, definitely when you're trying to perform at the highest level in supercars. So really enjoying that partnership. It's awesome for him to get his first win. Hopefully we have many more together and try and chase this bloke over here with his orange numbers for the rest of the year. But the car felt really good. Here's a really tricky place. You really need a good car here, so hopefully it can relate at other places. But first, we've got another job to do again tomorrow.
Well done, mate. Congratulations. Will, I'd love to know if we had the opportunity, if you got around car 2 a little quicker, if you could have chased down the 25, or do you think that was you pretty much tapped out?
No, I think Chaz was super fast in that race. Woody did an awesome job. I knew when I got to his rear bumper he was going to make it hard, and he probably made it harder than I expected. But we had a great battle, and he did an awesome job. But I don't think we had it on them today.
Do you think you might be able to do that tomorrow?
I hope so. That's always the plan. We'll work at it overnight, and big things qualifying here. I felt like we're all running line astern for the first till the pit stop, and it was very hard to make a move on someone. So I think it's big where you qualify and where you get to in the first lap.
What did you make of the format this weekend?
I think the fans show up to watch us race. I'm not really sure why we're doing a practice on Saturday and Sunday. I think that we should add another race in on the weekend or do something like that, is my honest opinion. It's pretty weird to practice on a Sunday, I think.
Yep, cool. I asked and I appreciate the answer. I'll go over to Cam, and lots going on in your life at the moment, mate. It's similar to Will. So how cool is it to get back in your beautiful black Mustang and stick it on the steps today?
Obviously awesome to be back here in Perth, and just been a great weekend so far. So obviously we haven't been the quickest, but definitely made a step forward this weekend, and we've been trying lots of stuff to try and work out what we need from our package, and the team have worked so bloody hard this year and haven't really had any reward for it. So I think today's the first time we can kind of give them a bit of a reward back for all their hard work, and we're definitely going in the right direction. So pretty happy to get on the back of the podium today.
Nice. Not quite as much speed in quali for your teammate Thomas, but he did a really nice job. I think up 7 spots in the race to get inside the top 10. So is there a good foundation there for tomorrow between the two of you?
Tom had heaps of speed. He just got a curb hop, so I think he did exactly the same lap time as me. So his thing was pretty pacey as well. Just got robbed at obviously turn 7 and maybe got a little bit greedy. So he moved forward in the race, which was awesome, back in the top 10. So his thing's pacey. His thing's a little bit different to mine as well. So we'll put our heads together tonight and work out what we need out of our cars and hunt down Chazzy.
Cool. Well done today. Let's open it up to those in the room.
Just before you do that, I got pretty big news. These guys obviously got some overseas racing, but actually next Friday I've got a 12-hour Hyundai XL race. So, yeah, you guys heard it here first. That's a scoop. Got some pretty handy co-drivers with me as well, but we'll release that at a later date.
Can't wait for that one.
Congrats on that news, Chaz.
Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Chaz, can you talk a little bit about that start? Ryan got the jump on you. That was pretty exciting from him.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job. I think I was kind of at his back wheel and I'm like, oh, I hope he brakes early. He's a bit nervous, but he braked super deep. He gave me the perfect amount of the car width on the inside. And, yeah, you can race your teammate pretty hard because you're not supposed to touch. So he did a great job. I had to kind of give in at the 2-3. But he did a great opening stint the first few laps. We're probably driving the car a little bit differently. That's where he... probably this will probably be the hardest round he's probably had to work with all year. Here is pretty hard on a soft tyre and how you look after it and how you try to drive it. So even watching him through that race and searching and even like analysing him behind, I think he learned a lot. So what he's doing in his first year in supercars, I think you've got to be pretty impressed with that, especially in Gen 3 from where he came from Gen 2. The cars last year I thought were... a little bit easier to adapt to than these, but he just shows how adaptable he is. And no doubt even this weekend and some other rounds this year, there's been parts of his data which has had to tune me up. And it's nice to have a young guy. It really takes me back to when I first come in the series and I was teamed up with Mark Winterbottom and stuff like that. And now I probably better go give Mark Winterbottom a hug because I was probably too enthusiastic and made his ears bleed too, like Ryan does to me. So payback's coming around, I suppose.
Will and Cam, you also had a pretty good battle with the rookie too. Can you talk a bit about that and how good it was to have this young guy give it to you?
I'd rather him not, but no, he did a fantastic job. I knew before the race he was pretty excited. I said to Cam, Woody was pretty keen. I think he had half a Woody on about it actually, but no, he was stoked. But yeah, you could see he was up there. Like he's been so fast at other races, and he wanted to get a good result. I knew when he was up there he was going to make it hard for us and want to try finish on the podium. And it was disappointing. Cam passed him, but no, it was still good. Cam got the podium, but yeah, he did a great job, Woody, out there.
Yeah, I had an awesome battle with him. So I was catching him pretty quick. I just wanted to make sure I had some tyre left for him when I got to him, and yeah, he was trying as hard as he could and. Holding on to it, I could see he had no grip left, but yeah, we had an awesome battle, and he also showed a heap of respect as well. So obviously, knowing where the cars are around you at certain times is kind of what the younger guys struggle with, but felt like I was racing someone that's been racing for years. So yeah, a lot of respect for his performance today.
Chaz, not to get ahead of ourselves, but I mean the pace you guys are showing round by round. Does it inspire some confidence that you might be able to kind of challenge for a championship, deeper into the season?
First things first, you got to try and get these race wins and keep getting the points. Will's shown this year where he's leading the championship, his bad day is kind of a second or third at the moment. So we had an awesome opportunity at Taupo when they weren't as quick in the rain to try and get some points back, and unfortunately we lost probably more points in that race to keep the gap a bit closer. It's definitely blown out a little bit now, but long year to go, but we just need to keep focusing on race wins and keep the pace in the car. So I think here's been a great step for us, but like anything, you can't get too far ahead of yourself. So many different tracks and weaknesses. You see some cars up some weekends, some down. No doubt we'll have that as well. I think the biggest thing for us this year is we've been probably pretty consistent in qualifying pace. You need to start at the pointy end to have a real crack, definitely in these sprint kind of format races. So we need to keep trying to do what we do there. Race car this weekend I think is taking a big step, which is something that's been probably a little bit weaker to us some other places. So yeah, just one step at a time.
And to Will and Cam, keen to hear, obviously in the last week or so, you both had the NASCAR opportunity become official. I mean, to make your debut sort of at the same round, I mean, I'm kind of interested in what being able to compare against each other or race against each other. Yeah, sort of interested to hear about that sort of experience that you sort of both get to do.
Yeah, well, mine's probably been on the cards for 4 weeks or so, or, it came about pretty quickly with Richard Childress. I did a race there with them last year at Coda, and then, I guess I had a pretty good start to the year here with supercars and thought I could probably reach out again and see if there was any opportunities over there. Was able to get a deal done, which was awesome. To race over there will be great. Hopefully I can get more experiences and more knowledge and bring it back here as well. But, it's pretty cool to do a NASCAR race. And then, I started talking to Cam, and he said he's doing it as well. And I thought that'll be pretty cool. Hopefully we can have a good race over there and have a good time.
Yeah, obviously I've done the 2 truck races, which has been a massive experience and a massive eye-opener, but it'll be great to do, Sonoma, which is a road course, and in a car that's more similar to what we race over here. And I was super pumped, and then when I heard Will was doing it, I was just a little bit more excited again. So they race pretty wild over there, so hopefully we look after each other. And
if I biff him off, I'll actually be scared over there because you're allowed to fight. I'll be running away from him.
Just take your helmet off, all right?
Yeah.
Chaz, was there an option to do 4 tyres in your stop, or was it always going with 2? And were you worried with Will selecting the 4 tyres for himself?
When you're driving, you really don't know what everybody else is kind of doing at the time. So after last year and looking through some things, I think our team were pretty solid on going 2. We're quite probably surprised the amount of guys that did kind of 4 at that element. But I think we obviously still had the right outcome. It would have been, safety car might have been a bit of a different story. But we had a very fast car today, and we were able to drive it quite flowy and quite look after the tyre a bit better. So I think we had the right call at the end of the day for the strength of our car. Could we go on faster with 4 tyres on? Of course, but at the time when you're looking at these small gaps and stuff like that, we could have probably switched to 4 knowing a bit faster what the other guys were doing, but I think there was a bit of confusion. We did say 2 and then went 4 and then back to 2, so at the end of the day, it didn't change our result anyway. But we'll have a look into it for tomorrow for sure.
News gets better for Chaz and Cam because Chaz, your boys are up to 2nd in the team's championship now. Cam, your mob's gone up to 4th, which is a pretty big jump as well. So just your thoughts on that, Chaz, given won't affect you for tomorrow's live pit lane, but maybe for Darwin.
Well, hopefully we can finish kind of 2nd in the team's championship by the end of this weekend, so I can see Will Brown and I can just run into him in the pit lane. It'd be awesome. Try and get that DNF that he needs to get the points back.
Cam, for Tickford, it's given how tough the start of the year has been, 4th in the team's championship at this point doesn't make it look so bad.
Yeah, that's great news. So we'll just try and move up a little bit more tomorrow, and obviously we've got fast cars, so keep chipping away. It's obviously a pretty big gap to the front guys, but we've got to have fast cars and speed to be able to race them first. So second to what Chaz said, I just want to try and get closer to Chaz so I can take him out as well. Once he takes Will out, then I might be right.
Can I just say something on Teams Championship in a live pit lane? I think it's actually a good thing because we never used to talk about Teams Championship till the end of the year and where people get to. This is a really, we go after a race weekend, we go back, we look at gaps and where you're trying to battle and see if you make improvements. So there's a real incentive for teams in pit lane to be trying to push and move forward and better themselves. And before this year, we've never really ever spoke about it till the end of the year when, Will Brown, its team generally has a pretty sad gala speech. So, I think it's fantastic.
I think a lot of people would agree with you too there, Chaz. Guys, thank you, and might see you back here tomorrow.
Thank you.